Welcome back to ECS. We're currently in the middle of our grand final of the North American region of Week 1. It's Complexity versus Rogue. We kick things off on Nuke, where Complexity picked up the map. I wouldn't say in the most comfortable manner. It looked very good in the first half, but Rogue certainly started to bring it back, and we move on to their pick next, which is Overpass. And James, you're a big fan of the Danish approach, MSL specifically. What about it on Overpass do you like so much?
I like the strategical approach from MSL on the T side. I do think that stylistically it's a good matchup, though, for Complexity as well. So I think that was evident on Nuke, and I don't think it's a given. I don't think we can assume it's going to 3 maps at all. I think that Complexity could entirely 2-0. Dan called it 2-0. Obviously, this is a map that Rogue will expect to win, but by no means is it guaranteed.
Yeah, the way Complexity are looking right now individually is very good. I want to talk about Def a little bit, Dan, because he doesn't necessarily get as much credit as the other players. Being a Brit out there, not a big name, but he's certainly playing very well the last few months. Have you been impressed with his level he's shown recently? Put the mic on.
I think it's cool because I think with Def, something that's, when he first went over, it was very much the case that people, I think, looking from the outside in are like, why that guy from the UK? There's like a bunch of different skilled guys. You might think about Smooya and other people that have a lot of individual skills. I don't have much time to talk about it, but Def, I think, has not only shown that he does have the individual skill, but it's actually, I think, more so that he's a great teammate that really shines through and why he's staying on these lineups. He's
got the P2000 on the CT side. Complexity will be starting on the more favored approach on the counter-terrorist forces. We'll see if this boost will yield any success, as Rogue are very passive, very tentative, holding up and seeing if there's any initial aggression from the CTs here. They have 1 smoke, 1 flash, no... Oh, there is an upgraded pistol. I take it back. Nico's got the PT50 armor combo, the Superman.
MSL has donated him a weapon. What a kind man. He can have multiple players pop out here, the Complexity side, but multiple players will get shot in the face. It's a good start for Rogue. 2 players remain for Complexity. It is a pistol, though, so it's entirely recoverable. Nothing. Spots 1 on the side. He's got a 1v1. No headshot just yet. Spots 3 of the 4 players. He can pass that information to his teammate. He's not too far behind now. Bomb not planted just yet. Not committed to the site either. They're moving in. They were looking for this second play. Now they know where he is, but the frags are going the way of Complexity, or they were. Nothing moving away from the site. Maybe wondering if there was a flank, why the bomb wasn't being planted just yet. Got himself a quick hop in Nico's face. Now Nico and Sick. Slowing it down. He could get another 1v1 here. Just waiting for a peek. If he sees the back, does he shoot immediately? Oh, he has to, because he's facing. He thought he'd be dead. Has the 180. And that might have cost him. Who knows what might have happened, but it is the pistol run for Rogue.
There was a chance there for nothing. If he got the quick kill on the low HP player, that could have been enough. It wasn't in the end. Battling back, the mid stack from Complexity shut down. Initial kill from Ricky wasn't quite enough to give them the advantage. There is going to be a force buy in the second, however. Complexity with the MP9s, the CZs and Deagles. Actually a nice little array of weaponry. See if it's enough to get them back in the game quickly. It's going to be Shazam who nades towards the T-steps. No one to receive it, though. Oh, a little bit of damage towards 6, so actually pretty significant. Smackdown, buying some time as they can get control of the connector here. Close range weaponry. MP9s are out. I know Complexity are fans of those. As time ticks away, Rogue will plan their next move.
So they have sewers at this point. You have sewers and around like this. You don't spot anything. It's unlikely that there's going to be just a torrent of players towards Monster. If you've gotten that deep, you've really not spotted anything. They've had a lot of nades tossed towards the A side of the map. You can see the rotation starting to happen. But this boost is fantastic, actually, because obviously it catches that rotation. If Rogue is trying to fake the A bomb site, then nothing can get a cheeky kill like that. He's trying to control this door position, has the MP9, a lot of mobility. You can see it causing all kinds of problems. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Now 3 of them are fairly tagged up here. Flashbang goes forwards to buy some position for death. Just makes it to the water in time. And with this position, maybe there is some play left here in Complexity.
They did see him jump off the balcony, though. Got caught on the rail. Would have liked to have got down a little quicker. No surprise element there. Shazam and Ricky remain. All of these players could get wrecked by the Deagle. 45 to 55 damage. Hungry for it. Shazam needs to avoid getting traded. The first player Has he seen a player on short? He has now. Little to lose in this situation. Ricket's made some steps though, so this should be a free frag for MSL. Unless he checks. He's starting to check. Having look. Doesn't have to hit that many bullets, but it's not easy through the fence. Falling back is Ricket, but he'll get the kill. Some nice bonus money for him. Hiko and Sick may have to force the issue. Perhaps Ricket gets an upgrade. You never know. Does he go wide to check 6th position, or is he happy to hold on? It seems it is the latter. He won't know how tagged they are. 2-0 for Rogue.
Successfully negating the force by Rogue will find themselves with AKs now. A couple of players do surviving on the Complexity side. That's Ricky with the MP9 and Shazam. That's got the Deagle still. 3100. He'll certainly get the AWP out next round. Still a chance it can cause some chaos here. The HE grenades will be deployed towards the T steps. Looks like the B rush potentially coming in with the Molotov towards short. Going to be focusing towards that area. Molotov not successful, but no one there to actually block. So it doesn't really matter too much. The run boost went in towards Monster. It's the first kill for Sick. HE does a lot of damage towards that short position, but it doesn't seem to matter. Sick is finding absolutely everyone right now. Gets 3 kills, and that's the B-bomb side wide open. Just Ricky with an MP9 remaining. And it doesn't look like he's got a hope in hell of doing much with this as the bomb is planted. He got bonus money before. If he can get one more kill this round, that'd be great. Another $600 in the bag. But for now, holding on for anyone hunting for him.
Making music. Not the best start here for Complexity, but perhaps you'd like it that way. On Rogue's home map, they get to experience some success and early momentum. I've enjoyed the amount of detail, coordination, and team play in general we've been seeing from both of these squads so far, and that is, in part what makes them exciting to watch. As, we're not seeing the same names, same faces as perhaps we would normally see, the likes of Liquid, likes of NRG, the likes of, NMIBR, we're seeing seasoned players form units that are fresh and are just interesting to look at, provide some good Counter-Strike fundamentals, and make for an exciting series. And Shazam's going to miss his opportunity there. And he will not have seen anything. So I wonder how they read this situation. See, he pulls back, and they'll probably keep forward towards B for just a moment longer. They have a boost here into sewers. Rogue are playing a slow defaults at the moment. Connector control, monster control, working on A long, working on party.
Interested to see what Vice does with the MAC-10.
Well, considering Stan and Ricky don't have helmets, he could do quite a lot.
Clearing out the close quarter spots of Connector. No sound cues for Complexity. A solitary flash. And nothing's getting curious towards short B. They've got 4 players on the B bomb site Complexity. They've got to start to wonder. Fadeaway Molotov won't deter the push for 4 men of Rogue into the B bomb site. And there's an instant trade. Although Def is standing tall on the B bomb site. Flashes continuing to trade. Man advantage for Complexity. Nothing looking for more. Around the flames, hunting for a player. And there it is. The last frags coming in for Complexity. Their first round on the board.
A scrappy one, but they get it done. But remember, that's Rogue with an SMG in the round and trying to force the issue towards B. They managed to get a few kills, but no bomb plant, but they still have plenty of residual cash. 3-1. Complexity will have the AWP in the hands of Shazam as they work out their full buy here. You can see less AUGs coming out. We're seeing a lot of M4s today. We are using the new patch, just the old money system. So the M4, $150 cheaper. Or sorry, $200 cheaper, in fact, than the AUG. So sometimes better to get that and to have that extra bit of utility. Shazam detects threat on the other side of the steps and decides to pull back here. Didn't really consider the party position, and now Ricky has to try and salvage the mission. Not going to work out for him. This looks like a harsh reset coming in as Rogue find themselves in a 5-on-3.
Stan creeping. Nice find there. All that timing around the bathrooms, just as you can see there. Hearing the nade thrown, Sick knew there was a good chance that Stan would still be switching back to his gun. Prime position for a peek. This is looking like a brutal reset. What What's the play here for nothing in depth? Are they committed to a save? They are split up. You almost feel as though you'd like to see them stick together, but
now what do? Didn't really have position on A to get 1 or 2 frags. And indeed, like Dan says, maybe if they were together, that would be an option. It's been so quiet these rounds, even after the plant, no one's giving anything away. Both these teams understand what's on the line.
Oh, yes.
Very different format. 1 week of games, and you could find yourself in the final.
And $12,000 richer.
That too, yeah.
So, yeah, definitely a lot to play for. Especially just having 1 week of online games, and this team Rogue seem like they love their theory, the homework. Plenty more time to do it if they can qualify in week 1. Nothing. And Def will have to hold on to just the 2 rifles here as Rogue extend their lead, 4-1 now. As they won't really have much to bring into this round, but with the 2 rifles there, I'd say they almost certainly force by, considering Shazam 1400, you'd only get 1900 in the next round. He gets dropped a FAMAS, and they'll do what they can with this, and it's looking very good for Rogue so far. No AWP required in the hands of MSL, more than happy to use the AK-47 for now, especially in this round. As we get into number 6, see if there's any aggression from the CT. Stan trying to get towards Party and be boosting nothing here with the AUG. So will this be enough to get the first kill? It's a lovely angle. See if we can get anything done with it. There it is. That will do.
Wow. That's awesome. Don't normally see that one.
It's an angle for MSL to learn the hard way. 2 players moving up long for Rogue, 2 players moving up long for Complexity. Cutting the noise before they can be heard, one would presume. Bait setup is ready. Looks like, did wonder if both teams will try and boost. A CZ that close could be very dangerous. Nothing spots, and there's great work. He will trade for his teammate. And now he's got the bomb. 4 versus 2 all of a sudden, and while Hiko's stuck trying to get this bomb and it's being delayed by the smoke grenade, the rotation can come in, but Vice on the side could be a key player. He could pick up 2. He's heard these guys. He's forced to engage because of Brigade. There's a second one, almost a third. And now it's down to Hiko. He knows where one of the players is, he knows where they both are, really. Nothing's cleaned out. 35 seconds to pick up this bomb and make his way towards the site on the left. Just didn't see the angle, didn't expect it. Shazam with a master stroke. Complexity with an unlikely second round early.
Wow, it's this lovely boost from nothing. You can see what a great angle there is. The AUG is such a nice weapon to use that with. You normally see the AWP go up there, but the AUG certainly works as well. It is going to be Vice with a great play here, preempting the rotations and does a great job of shutting them down. Keeps the round expensive at least, so yes, Complexity win it, but look how low they are on cash, and that's why we're going for the B rush now. They know there's a lack of utility here. They'll probably safely get through. The Incendiary and HE combo, though, is still prevalent. They'll extinguish one. Nothing is flashed, but they don't seem to know of his presence towards shore. Is he on for the double kill? You better believe he is, as his teammates will arrive on the crime scene, and it's looking very good. I don't mind this approach from Rogue. They knew the money was low there, because unfortunately the only Incendiary available was in the hands of the B player. So it slowed them right down. They took a lot of damage. Flashbangs were good, and there will be Complexity right back on their feet with 2 rounds in a row. Haven't quite broken the money fully for Rogue, but they're pretty much there. There is still a possibility of a buy, but I'd say a partial is much more likely. Not even that, just PT50s, no armor, so a good chance to tie things up 4-4. Complexity looking for that 2-0. You haven't followed their story. They did a great job over at the previous major in Katowice. Didn't make it to the final round of 8, but came very close. They had a fantastic series against FaZe Clan, where arguably they should have won it. They had the game in their hands and lost out narrowly on Dust 2. As we talk over this full eco rush towards A, 1 kill found. It is going to be Complexity finding the tie, at least for now. This is where the game really begins. Both teams with fully equipped weapons and the grenades required for full executions here. And Complexity have a bit of a buffer to start exploring aggressive options as well. They can start sending the AWP around, and Shazam's very good at that, very mobile and nimble. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to see, some explosiveness from Complexity CT side with the AWP. You know, we were treated to that when we saw Draken playing with an IP yesterday, and it really shows the power, but here it's going to be Rickett diving towards the slides. playground, and it's not really worked out, unfortunately.
Not at
He
all.
was perhaps a bit too slow, or they were a bit too fast. So either way, they need to make up for it now, Complexity, as they've gone down a man. 4 players just pushing fast up A-long. That is quite a scary prospect. It can really catch CTs off guard if you do this with a fast pace after some slow rounds. Stanislaw gets caught going for the flank. That is dangerous. He didn't even get the info. That could just have been one player. They have very little information here. Shazam has to come out. He goes in front of the smoke. Has to be careful. And they start to feel the presence. Still a chance here. As long as nothing doesn't die towards Suez, there's still a chance that Complexity can hold on in this round. But it is going to be tough.
I guess he could have heard nothing, quietly jumping on the rail. That'll cost them 1 frag at the very least, or 1 person to have the man advantage, but Shazam has rotated again. This time there's a flashbang, but the timing's perfect anyway. So many targets, bound to hit 1. Now it's a 2 versus 2. There are 2 flashbangs left for Rogue. Sick taking some damage, I think, through the wall. Moving to that short position. 3 flashes for Rogue. MSL's not really in a position to pull one out. Taken out from above, Sick trying to trade. He's still got the smoke to fall back with. He's got to be really careful moving around this pillar. Gets his bell rung, finished off by Shazam with a pistol, and Complexity take the lead.
They're really looking quite sharp, aren't they, Complexity? Every round now, when they've been fully equipped, been quite convincing. They take the lead of 5-4. Rogue won the pistol, got the 3-0, but only 1 real gun round going in their favor since then. Money is there with the loss bonus and the position it is. Shazam, great picks here with the AWP. He really has come into his own, playing some career best Counter-Strike this year, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, without like Shazam's effort, I mean, they were 3 versus 5. Big rotation coming around, nothing. He did a good job. He was able to take down 1 and call out the information, but it's still really tough. But that flash kill was everything. Really well done by Shazam. And now Stan picks up the secondary AWP. And that can be really problematic when that first comes out, because you may not expect to get, to be barraged by AWP bullets on both sides of the maps. So you might try to take what you think is a duel against a rifle. It's an AWP, and then you're down a player. So, look at this as well. Def goes for walkabouts in the sewers, finds out that they're clear, and he's going to go for... Are they going to try to push here towards Monster? Yeah, it looks like they might be. Did Stan spot something there? Oh, that's a close one. And that's Def's chance to creep up closer.
Nico with a grenade in his hand. Not expecting that. That's so much information. Rogue have to go. They've got to go as fast as possible before the rotation comes in. Complexity buying time with the flashbangs. Shazam going to have a look. Hits a target very quickly indeed. Not expecting Nico to be so close. It's a fast-moving round. Nothing on the site itself. Blind players, and Nico will get taken out, leaving Sick alone 1 versus 4. Limited success for Rogue. But he could have the site for himself. He spots 1 player at the front of the site, 2 players rotating in the smoke. 40 seconds to pick up a gun and then fall to his knees and then his back. That's a wrap. 6-4 for Complexity.
Absolutely. Complexity really on their feet at this point as they hold off yet another attempt towards the A site. It was Sick, left in a 1 versus 4. He's looking sharp individually. He's got 14 kills to his name. He's hitting every single shot as his teammates are just going down way before he can actually do anything with it. Rogue will take a partial buy here, barely even that with 2 sets of Kevlar. It's pretty much an eco with a few deagles. HE's towards the playground. I would say, oh, I thought they were going to connect, not quite. Eco's waiting for aggression here, completely flashed. And there's the assist from Stan. I'm
enjoying so much what Complexity do. Like, they're very proactive on their CT side, and that's what I really like. And one guy makes a play, like in the previous round, Def gets some map control, and they're like, okay, how can we play with this? Okay, well now we can combine forces. Him and Stanislaw, they play pressure into Monster, they create opportunities, they force a rotation, they read the rotation, they set up against it. It's a beautiful CD Counter-Strike they're playing. It's a nice shot from Nico, but is it too late? The utility usage has been fantastic. It just comes down to these crazy deagle shots. But Shazam, he has been a fortress.
Yeah, I agree. Very impressive, very precise. Not overcommitting either. Just showing enough presence so they can't get close to the bomb site. Not necessarily going for straight up kills here. Deploys a smoke that should push them back towards B. Where the man himself, nothing, is waiting for them. Lovely shot to take it down. That's the bomb. Should be able to close this one out as well. It will be 7-4. Complexity have dominated the gun rounds as the money stabilizes once again. Will we see an MSL? Or we won't. He really doesn't want to bring that out on the T side. And up against a double orb setup, that could be problematic, but we shall see. They need to probably focus on the set pieces now. Knowing there's a double orb setup, you could even just go straight to B, drop all the smokes, flash over, and make the retake incredibly difficult. But looks like another default for now as Stan focuses towards those 2 steps, flashed off. I'll have to drop an incendiary. Ricky loves these solo pushes, and never really that successful. I think they just need to chill out. They're winning all the rounds if they just play defaults, and every time they push long, it's always gone a little bit wrong for them.
Surely they don't clean this one up. Complexity. Shazam has been instrumental in those low numbers rounds. The smart plays, but he's gone this time. Down to nothing, who is leading the charge on his team with 15 frags to clean up along with Def and Stanislaw. In a spot which is tough to deal with. Just going for the raw peeks. No one gives a damn anymore about anything. Just raw peeks. Just 1 kill for nothing. Def holding down position at short beat, trying to dodge these shots through the smoke, avoid any potential flashbangs. There's one. Spotted another player going towards the water, but I think the round might be done. Stan's making his way down. I don't know what the money situation is right now in Complexity, but they're not looking great, is it? They could do a lot if he held on to this, but it seems he will try to clutch it. Instead, he's too close to the corner. His scope, or his barrel rather, gives his position away, and Sit gets a free kill.
Well, there it is. Complexity trying to throw a spanner in the works with the long push. Again, not really that successful. Ricky's efforts to go aggressive at the start of each round have been shut down a few times now. Rogue will take that, and they've got pretty decent money as everyone survives in the previous round. It's Complexity still at least 7-5. Shazam, this time solo AWP, straight back towards T-steps. They haven't had a massive amount of opening picks towards that position, but it does allow you to see if anyone crosses over towards the playground. Vice looking to sniff out the boost. Molotovs all over the connector here, not taking any chances. Well, you want to stand in your own flames, but I suppose not too much damage there.
It's a very dangerous position. Oh, tries to go for more. Didn't expect that to be already trade fraggers, perhaps overstepping it, but, you know, whittling down the numbers at the very least. Maze towards the barrels. I like it. That's great to see. Obviously, there's no one there, but brilliant to see that teams are doing more and more of this combined utility usage. Oh no, you hate to see that. Through the woods, it's free for Rogue, and now they take advantage. But as you say, Shazam's still left alive, and they're going towards the bathrooms. He's been the X factor in rounds when they've had disadvantages on the numbers.
It's all very quiet right now. Time ticking away as they wait for these smokes to dissipate. Smokes towards the A bomb site, coming in, focusing toward those CT steps and bank. Ricky needs at least one here. He'll get it, but his teammate follow it up. No, it's all falling apart. There was a chance to win this round. It's up to Stan, though. He is very good in these situations, and he's hoping he'll push them towards B, but that's not going to be the case. They are planting A, and he'll be out of luck.
It's a long way up those stairs. A long, long way. If he runs, he concedes his position. If he walks, he's not going to have much time at all.
They're broke. They're so broke.
Yeah, they're pretty much eco for the last round now.
Ninja. Perhaps not. Oh, he's completely whiffed that one. Skew whip.
And Six just like 90-degree flicks him in the face.
Yeah, first bullet connects. The Unreal. Nothing got the opening pick of the boost, and this was the play that all went wrong. Nice awareness from Marcel, and that missed shot from Shazam cost him it. Stan had to keep applying the pressure there, but thought they'd go towards B after he gets that first kill. Doesn't work out, and we head into round 14. Like I said, they have to eco for last now, so full eco. And just a Zeus purchase, nothing will have that.
I think Shazam missed his shot because his crosshair followed the trajectory of the player who came through divider, but the player stopped short and his crosshair continued. Because it was so close. I think his brain exploded before pulling the trigger. That can be a problem, medical issue, brain explosion.
They got an AK now, so not all is lost.
The timing. Oh, no. Oh, he's alive, though. That's not bad. He still stays alive. That's pretty good. Oh, he gets the dink close range. Down to 19 for MSL. Okay. And they must surely know that Def is a problem in this connector position. Finds the headshot. Is he going to stick around or will he rotate through B? Goes back up. Very bold. Now the walk to the A-bomb site. This is a good move from Shazam, the flank. I feel like the previous round as well, like you get kind of like that opening kill, and then you try to like get more out of it. And Counter-Strike, it's a game of inches, isn't it? Sometimes you just step 1 inch forwards, and that's just enough. Their whole round can fall apart, even after a good start. So it's very hard to criticize.
Well, it comes right down to this last round here. Nothing looking to hold on to the AK-47. You don't see this spot too often. It's a little bit tricky to get out there with the ladder, but it's very cool. See if they check it. Oh, they seem to be aware. Yep. No dice here. Hiko, he's been around a while. Not his first rodeo.
Yep.
7-7. Here we are. Again, it wasn't a given. Just because it's your pick doesn't mean you're going to win it. Rogue at risk of being a round down at halftime. We will soon find out. They have a better buy than Complexity. We see the French gun on nothing. No utility whatsoever on Shazam nor on AWP. I want to say it was some MSI level teams who would often not bother with an AWP on the T side of Mirage, for example. They're one of the he's one of the guys who gets it in that respect. Don't always have to have the big green gun. Nothing's made his way into short B. So much aggression we've seen in this game of Counter-Strike from Complexity on the CT side. They haven't been shy to make certain plays. I don't know if Hiko spotted nothing there, but he'll try to cut his losses maybe. Create some space with a smoke grenade, but he could get picked from Connector if Vice is feeling plucky. Sick, meanwhile, just strafing into long, not looking at long at all.
Well,
facing 2 plays, but Nico will clean up, and this really changes the round.
At this point, you don't expect there to be much chance left for Complexity. Completely locked out the bomb site, outnumbered, outgunned. But they have to go for it. It's the last round, of course. We get a boost. No. It's just so frustrating when you're in this position because it's just so 2 tight choke points. That's all you got. Not bad though. Oh wow. Okay, this is on now. AK to be collected there. Dashing forwards. Does anyone have a kit? I don't see a kit in anyone. That's a problem. And, well, Vice is just going to decapitate them. So that'll be it. 8-7. So Rogue, after the pistol victory, stringing together some momentum, abruptly stopped by Complexity, managed to take control back towards the end. And this really is anyone's.
Very succinct section of the game there, Dan. We'll throw it to a break and be right back with the second half.